I apologize for me pushing this back just a good 5 minutes. I hadn't eaten breakfast because I was caught up doing a whole bunch of other things this morning. But now I'm here. It's time to continue with my One Piece full read through with Volume 3. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece from the very beginning. We've already gone through volumes 1 and 2. It's time we move on to volume 3, titled Don't Get Fooled Again. It's good to see you. Chapter 18, I believe this is 18. Yes, chapter 18 through chapter 26. So, last we left off, we were introduced to two significant members of Buggy's crew. His first mate, Moji, the lion tamer, and his lion, Richie, and then his second mate, Kabaji the acrobat, both of which were, completely KO'd by one with Luffy and the other by Zoro with our first showing of Onigiri. And now we're here with Luffy preparing to go up against Buggy. So yeah, it ought to be interesting. Let's do it! So first here, we have Oda saying, there's something I'd like to do if I had a whole year off. I would like to do a serious study of different drawing techniques and materials. Then I bet drawing would become even more fun. Whoever said it's a small world. Oh! Now, it's back to normal. Sorry, I don't mind doing that whole intro again just to make sure it's in sync. Thank you, Cohagen, for letting me know. It would have sucked. It would have sucked if I went through this whole stream just reading like normal and my voice was not synced up. I can't do that to all of you. Thank you, Cohagen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Luckily, I got chat right here, so that way I can see stuff pop up in my face as I'm reading. Thank you for the heads up, Cohagen. Apologies to everyone if I messed it up, but yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Welcome. I'm gonna do my intro again, so that way it's in sync. Kyushu92 here with yet another live reading of One Piece as we read Volume 3. It ought to be fun today, because, like I said, we saw the two significant members of Buggy's crew. One was Moji, the lion tamer, and then we have Kabaji the acrobat. Both of them got beaten by Luffy and Zoro respectively, and now we're here with Buggy against Luffy. It ought to be interesting. Plus, we saw the first iterations of some of Luffy's moves, such as Gum Gum Balloon and Gum Gum Gavel. So it's going to be interesting to see how Luffy does against Buggy. Of course, those of us who already know the story know how this ends. But as a person who's going to be reading these chapters for the very beginning, it's still going to be fresh to me as I see these pages for the first time. Volume 3, Don't Get Fooled Again. The Story of One Piece, Volume 3. Sorry, I had like some cereal and some milk, so I gotta clear my throat just a little bit. Monkey D. Luffy started out as just a kid with a dream, and that dream was to become the greatest pirate in history. Stirred by the tales of pirate red-haired Shanks, Luffy vowed to become a pirate himself. That was before the enchanted devil fruit gave Luffy the power to stretch like rubber, at the cost of being unable to swim, a serious handicap for an aspiring sea dog. Undeterred, Luffy set out to sea, where he found an unlikely partner in the fearsome pirate hunter Roronoa Zoro. Now, Luffy and Zoro are under attack by the ruthless pirate lord Buggy the Clown. Captain Buggy has also eaten the devil fruit, and gained the power to split his body into pieces like a jigsaw puzzle. How can Luffy fight a foe who's literally all over the place? And can he trust Nami, the fast-talking thief who stole Buggy's ship? As Volume 3 of One Piece opens, the battle with Buggy is raging, and it's only the beginning of Luffy's problems. So, of course, we got Buggy the Clown, we got Chocho, we got Mayor Boodle, Zoro, and Nami, and of course we have Luffy and Shanks as like the characters to introduce. Chapter 18, The Pirate Buggy the Clown. And it cuts to Kabaji, who's down. It cuts to Zoro, who's sleeping because, he intentionally cut into his side in order to keep Kabaji from hitting his weak point where he was stabbed by Buggy earlier. Here's the thing about Zoro. He is not scared of inflicting harm on himself. This dude not only got stabbed through the side from the back by Buggy, but during his fight with Kabaji, in order to deter Kabaji from hitting that spot again, he just pretty much sliced open that whole side and bled out while he was fighting. So now, since he lost a lot of blood, he's sleeping. We got Moji, who's completely unconscious. And of course, we got Boodle, who Luffy knocked unconscious because he was going to get in the way. Because last we left off, Buggy was talking about how Luffy's straw hat reminded him of a certain red-haired individual. And Luffy begins by going, "Red hair? You talking about Shanks? You know Shanks?"
You seem real interested. Yes, I know him. What's it to you?
Where is he now?
So, you want to know where he is, eh? Well, maybe I know. Then again, maybe I don't.
What are you talking about? Are you an idiot?
Watch your tongue, boy! We're mortal enemies. You won't get any information from me without a fight, not even as a departing gift to hell.
Well, I'm willing to beat it out of you.
You'll be dead before you get one word out of me.
And as Buggy is preparing to use his knives in his hands, he causes a knife to pop out of both of his shoes.
Not even rubber can withstand a razor-sharp blade.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Chop, chop, buzzsaw!
And then Buggy lifts his legs up, and then he sends his lower body careening towards Luffy. Like it's literally, since he has blades on both his feet, he just sends his lower half, legs outstretched, cartwheeling towards Luffy in a buzzsaw-like motion. He sees it, and he dodges out of the way.
Let's see you dodge these! In midair!
As Buggy throws all the knives he has in his fingers towards Luffy, but Luffy stretches and he latches onto a building and then dodges all of the knives. No problem. And then he, of course, latches onto the building.
Not bad. This is getting interesting.
Sure is. Gum gum. Pistol! And Luffy tries to hit Buggy, but Buggy kind of just dodges out of the way of the pistol.
Interesting power you've got there. But your outstretched arm makes a delicious target! I'll just sever it!
And then Luffy, holding on his fist, latching onto a nearby building behind Buggy, he holds on to the windowsill, and then he starts rushing towards Buggy. Gum gum!
Chop chop, quick escape!
Sickle! Because Luffy intended to clothesline Buggy. But with chop chop quick dodge, not chop chop quick escape, I meant to say chop chop quick dodge.
Chop chop quick dodge!
Sickle! And Luffy tries to clothesline Buggy with a lariat, but it doesn't work because Buggy's head comes off of his shoulders.
You underestimate me, gummy boy.
And then Luffy flies into the building, kind of destroys it, and then he gets right back up. Darn, how am I supposed to whack you when you keep flying to pieces? And Nami's just watching all of this go down.
What a fight. It's like I'm seeing things.
Then it cuts to some members of Buggy's crew who are currently conscious. They was all like, did you see that?
Quiet, fool, we're supposed to be unconscious. If we get mixed up in a fight like this, we're mincemeat. Chop chop harpoon!
And then Buggy shoots his arm, his outstretched fist towards Luffy with the knives in front, and Luffy sees it, and he just barely manages to catch Buggy's arm before the knives hit him.
Separate!
And then Luffy manages to kind of dodge a little bit, but he kind of gets scraped as the other half of Buggy's arm that's in his hand right now separates in order to scratch him across the face, sending Luffy toppling backwards a little bit. And then Luffy gets up, and he looks angrily at Buggy. Darn you.
What's the matter? Baby got a boo-boo?
That does it! You nicked my hat! Because it shows like a cut in the brim of Luffy's hat right now.
So?
This is my treasure! Nobody damages this hat! And then Nami just looks on, because she remembers what Luffy said earlier in yesterday's volume. My friend gave me this hat a long time ago.
I thought nothing fazed this guy, but he looks pretty mad. It's that important. It's that important to you, eh?
That's right! And then it shows the same hand that almost stabbed Luffy rising up behind him, and it throws one of the knives at him. And he just barely manages to dodge. And as Luffy is dodging away, he doesn't notice that that same hand is getting closer and closer to Shanks' hat.
Then you better take care of it!
And then it shows that that same hand embed itself into Luffy's hat. And Luffy can look on in nothing but utter shock. As he remembers, he sees the hat being torn away from him, and then he also remembers Shanks' words. Do me a favor. Keep this hat safe for me.
You call this beat-up old thing your treasure?
And he's holding Shanks' hat in his hand with it still embedded on the knives. And Nami just looks on, and then all the rest of the crew look on as Luffy gets angrier and angrier. Then it cuts back to Shanks' words. This hat means a lot to me. Promise that you'll give it back to me someday, when you've become a great pirate. I promised I'd return that hat to Shanks!
What? This is Shanks' hat? I thought it looked familiar. Shanks and I worked on the same pirate ship a long time ago. We were both young apprentice pirates. Apprentice pirates, you might say.
And then he spits on Shanks' hat. That angers him even more. And then it cuts to Luffy, who goes, Shanks is a great man. Apprentices pirates together? Apprentice pirates together?
Chop chop quick escape!
So here's the thing. It was called Chop Chop Quick. Hold on. It was just called Chop Chop. Yeah, it was called Chop Chop Quick Dodge earlier, and now it's called Chop Chop Quick Escape. I knew I said it right.
Chop chop quick escape!
And then his head comes off. But Luffy wasn't aiming for his head and proceeds to knee, or at least kick. He proceeds to kick Buggy directly in his midsection. Apprentice pirates together? Don't put yourself on the same level as him! And this causes Buggy to spit out a little bit of blood because he wasn't counting on Luffy aiming for his center mass. And Buggy's eyes are just filled with tears just a little bit. That's the end of chapter 18. Onwards to chapter 19, Devil Fruit. And then it cuts to Buggy, who's falling over after actually being hit, and his head going back on his shoulders. Darn you, you ruined my hat. And then it cuts to Luffy. Who's standing over Buggy, and he picks up his hat, and he starts rubbing his hat back over on Buggy's face. And you spat on it!
Stop that! Stop it!
It's your own spit! Don't ever mention Shanks and yourself in the same breath again!
Ow! Ow! Ugh, I don't know what your connection to Shanks is, but I'll say whatever I like about him!
Oh yeah?
Chop chop!
Don't come apart! And then it cuts to Luffy chopping Buggy directly in the face. And then it cuts to the other members of the crew going, Hey, the captain's not losing, is he?
Of course not. Captain Buggy can't lose. He's gonna get serious any time now. I think.
And then the crew's just watching on. Then it cuts to Nami, who's still watching everything.
Oh no, I got caught up watching the fight. I have to steal the treasure and make my escape.
Then it cuts to the camp of the townspeople of Port Town. Something's wrong. The mayor's been gone too long.
Blast him, he's worrying everyone. Maybe something happened in town.
Yeah, we heard a lot of cannon fire today.
Okay, I'm going into town. The rest of you stay here,
says one of the citizens. I won't let you go alone. I'm going with you.
Don't be a fool. Those aren't just any pirates. They're Buggy's infamous pirate crew.
That's why we're going with you. We can't call ourselves good citizens if we don't defend our mayor. And you can't stop us. We're doing this of our own free will. And then the old man says,
do what you want then.
Let's go, everybody! Yeah! Then back to town with a still unconscious Boodle. And then it cuts to Buggy again.
Never in my life has anyone made me as angry as Shanks did. That scallywag stole a great treasure from me. I'll never forgive him for that.
Then it cuts to the ship that both Buggy and Shanks was on. Hey, they're fighting again! Go to it, fight it out! And it cuts to a young Shanks and a young Buggy.
It's the North Pole!
No, the South Pole!
You're a stubborn fool!
I'm stubborn because I know I'm right! And then an individual walks on both of them with a bit of a striped mustache that he's got. Well, not striped mustache, but a striped beard on his chin. Hold on. Sorry. He cuts to an individual who comes up to them who has like a very stylized striped beard. As he goes, "That's enough. You two are always fighting. Who cares whether it's colder at the South Pole or the North Pole? If you must know, then go find out for yourselves. You two need to cool off." And then it cuts to someone's going, "Ship approaching, north by northeast! Head straight for 'em! It's time to fight!" You look happy, Buggy.
Of course I'm happy. A ship is treasure for the taking.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm right. I'm absolutely right. You're soft, you and all the pirates on this ship. None of you have a proper appreciation for booty.
I wonder who's that? I wonder as well. I will not spoil until we meet this person later.
You're soft, you and all the pirates on this ship. None of you has a proper appreciation for booty. You've lost some...
One must appreciate booty.
You've lost sight of what being a pirate is all about.
And then it cuts to their pirate crew going up against another crew. One dude with two axes, big old axes in his hands and shades on. He's fighting while some other people are fighting as well. Then it cuts to Buggy.
Huh? What's this?
A map to a vast fortune sunken deep on the ocean floor.
A map to a vast fortune sunken deep on the ocean floor. I couldn't stop shaking. Treasure map! My first treasure map! Nobody's looking. Maybe I'll just keep this to myself. It's mine! I did it! My fortune is as good as made! Another victory!
And then it cuts to the pirate crew he's on going, "Ha ha ha ha! Another victory! Drink, sing, be merry!" Then it cuts to Shanks, who walks in on Buggy. "Hey, Buggy, come join the fun. Look at our spoils. We got something really interesting."
Spoils? I didn't take anything. I don't know anything about it.
What are you talking about?
I suppose someday...
And then it cuts to later.
I suppose someday we'll leave this ship.
Aye, I'll go off on my own someday. As captain of my own ship, I'll make time to see the world. I'll do some pirating along the way, of course.
Still a soft fool.
What?
But you're a good fighter, I'll give you that. If it weren't for your soft way of thinking, I'd ask you to be on my crew.
Work for you? Never. We think differently. Better if we go our separate ways. Being a pirate is all about going your own way.
How would you know what being a pirate is about? If ever we cross paths on the high seas, it'll be a fight to the finish. Agreed?
Agreed. That's also what being a pirate is all about.
Sometimes you baffle me. Now what were you yammering about? Something interesting?
Aye, we found some devil fruit. They say that the devil fruit was enchanted by sea devils. Whoever eats it gets amazing powers, but the seas turn against them. Captain says anyone who wants to can eat it. Yo, Psycho, good to see you.
What sea dog would give up his ability to swim? Only a fool.
And this is Buggy thinking to himself.
Only a fool would eat that fruit. There's tons of treasure on the ocean floor. You can't get it if you can't swim.
That devil fruit's worth a fortune, you know. Some people will pay 100 million berries for it.
Impossible! 100 million berries? A dozen treasure chests wouldn't hold it all. The goddess of treasure must be smiling on me.
And then it cuts to Buggy, who's holding up the devil fruit, and goes,
I, apprentice pirate Buggy, will eat the devil fruit.
Yeah, youngsters don't think about consequences. Aye, but Buggy's got real sand in his craw. And then it cuts to Buggy eating this supposed fruit.
I ate it!
Well, feel any different?
Not really.
Maybe it wasn't ripe. Maybe those tales about the devil fruit were lies.
They fell for it. The fruit I just ate was fake. I switched it with the real devil fruit last night. Another glorious success. No more apprenticing. I'm getting off this hulk before someone finds me out. With the devil fruit and the treasure map, I'll soon be rich. I'll put together the cruelest pirate crew ever and steal more treasure.
And as he's saying this, Shanks pops up. What you doing, Buggy? And then he sticks the whole devil fruit in his mouth. What's wrong with your face?
It's only Shanks.
Stop stealing food. The cook will skin you alive.
That was close.
And then, as Buggy is preparing to take it out of his mouth, Shanks pops up again and surprises him, causing him to swallow the devil fruit in that instant. Swallow the devil fruit whole. Oh, I almost forgot. The captain said, "No!" And he swallows the devil fruit itself, which we learned to be called the chop chop fruit. And it's just silence as Buggy screams, Hey, you dropped something, and it's the same treasure map he was going to use as it falls overboard.
My map!
And then he jumps off the ship in order to get his map. Hey, Buggy! And then as Buggy gets in the water, he suddenly finds that,
what's happening? I can't move right. Help!
You're supposed to be a great swimmer. Shanks, what's going on? What's he doing down there? Hold on, I'm coming! And Shanks jumps in the water after him. Then it cuts back to the present day.
I swallowed 100 million berries. Now I can't swim, so I can't get at that treasure on the ocean floor.
So Shanks saved your life.
So what? It was all his fault. He foiled all my grandiose plans. So I've changed my plans. If I can't get treasure that's in the sea, I'll just have to take all this treasure on the sea, using my chop chop power. I don't care how insignificantly a fly you might be. If you put your hands on my treasure, I'll squash you!
And as Buggy makes his upper body fly up in the air, he flies directly over Luffy because he sees Nami stealing all his treasure.
Huh?
And that's the end of chapter 19. And we get some words about Buggy and how Oda came up with them. Buggy the Pirate, his evolution part 1. About Boogie and gang. Some of you may be wondering who this Boogie is. That was my original name for Captain Buggy. Why did he become Buggy? One day I saw a movie with a character named Boogie. I thought, darn, Boogie's already taken. Oh well, I'll name him Buggy. Total thinking time, 0.2 seconds. He was gonna call Buggy Boogie at first. Then he saw someone in a movie have it, and it took him literally that much time to think like, oh wait, someone's already has that name. Well, he's gonna be Buggy then. And the rest is history. Why does Buggy have a big round nose? So he'll look like a clown, of course. Who's the guy on the far left of the Boogie sketch? Who is that guy on the far left? Back then, none of the 3 pirates behind Boogie had names. All I really had in mind was that the crew should include a strong man, an animal trainer, and some kind of strange swordsman. The sketch shows them at a stage where they were still far from completion. And that's the foreword on how Buggy came to be. Chapter 20, The Way of the Thief. And I want to get this done in a good amount of time for all of you, because I got some places I need to be, because I intend to play Tears of the Kingdom, and hopefully I can grab Xenoblade Chronicles as well. But we begin Chapter 20. Chapter 20, The Way of the Thief, as Buggy flies towards Nami.
Hands off my treasure!
I've been found out.
You won't get the better of me, Nami! I'll cut you to pieces!
And then Luffy, seeing that Buggy's upper half is flying. Good to see you, Cedez, as always. Good to see you. But Luffy notices that Buggy left his lower half behind, as his upper half is flying towards Nami. And as that happens, Buggy goes,
"You won't even get a speck of gold paint!"
as Nami's trying to run away with his big old bag of treasure. And then all of a sudden, Buggy immediately stops in his tracks as he feels a great sense of pain. As Nami looks over, goes, "Huh?" And we see that Luffy has taken the opportunity to kick Buggy's unprotected lower half straight in the junk. And Buggy's upper half just falls to the ground, dropping all of his knives. It causes you to forget everything that's going on right now because you can't do anything. That is a man's built-in factory reset. Oh, good lord.
Curse you, Gum Boy! You fight dirty, attacking my lower half!
Don't forget, our fight's not over, as it shows his lower half. As his lower half is still writhing on the ground from getting hit.
I'm safe,
says Nami. Also, Cedez, try to avoid saying anything that goes further than the volume I'm on, because you never know if this is going to be a person's first time reading One Piece, so no spoilers about where characters are at right now, just in case. Let's try and keep this a spoiler-free chat concerning these chapters. But Nami goes,
"Whew, I'm safe."
"Hey, drop the loot and get out of here. He'll be coming after you."
"Leave the treasure? Not a chance. I'm not going to leave my treasure behind."
"Your treasure?"
"That's right. My treasure. I'm a master thief and I just stole it. Mine, mine, mine."
And then Nami just walks away. Oh, okay. Oh, you're fine, Cedez. You're fine. Just be careful because you never know if this is a person's first time with One Piece. Because a lot of my reactions that I've done in the past, my Hero reactions, my Demon Slayer, and all my other ones, tend to be some people's first time getting into the series. So, especially years after more and more people discover those series, I'm just surprised people are actually interested in what I do. So it's like, it's cool. But let's just keep that in mind. You're right. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
"That's my treasure, fool! It's not yours until you get away with it! That's a basic tenet of thievery!"
The bad guy wants to lecture the bad guy, eh? I don't argue with low-life pirates.
"What?"
"I'd never stoop so low as to take lessons from you."
And she sticks her tongue out at Buggy.
Then suffer the consequences. Chop, chop! Festival!
And then Buggy's entire body just goes to complete pieces around Nami and Luffy.
Let's see you save your friend now, Gum Boy!
Darn, he's all over the place. How am I supposed to fight him? And as Buggy's body parts are just flying all over the place, he notices that Buggy's feet are still walking on the ground. Huh? His feet don't fly. Aha! I got your foot.
Give me back my treasure! Give it back!
As Buggy gets closer and closer, Luffy takes the time to take Buggy's foot out of his shoe, socks and all. Like, he takes his whole foot out of his shoe.
Huh?
And then Luffy just starts tickling Buggy.
Stop!
And Nami, seeing this face, is screaming for her life as she's running away from Buggy. How do you like this? And then Luffy takes his foot and slams it into the ground. Now, many of us who have probably walked into many things in our household and slammed our toes against objects, imagine just having your foot just lifted in the air and then slammed into the ground. Slammed into the ground with all the might that you can muster. How do you like this? And then he slams his foot straight into the ground, like toes first. Ah! And Nami is still running from Buggy. You're a tough old clown, aren't you? And he's peeling, and he starts pulling on the skin of Buggy's foot, and this is causing him to be in so much pain.
Yeah! Enough already! Cut it out!
And Luffy's just like, And then, as Buggy's distracted, Nami takes his big bag of treasure and goes,
The one who's gonna cut it out is you!
As she slams the big treasure bag in Buggy's face. And then Luffy sees this, goes, wow. And then Buggy starts smiling as Nami looks on and sees that Buggy has used his hands to grab onto his treasure.
Thank you for returning my treasure.
Let go!
Let go? You let go!
And then Luffy starts running towards Nami as Buggy has let go of the bag, but he's holding onto it with his teeth as he's preparing to stab Nami from behind.
It's my treasure!
Hey, you're supposed to be fighting me!
Huh?
Remember? And Luffy comes in and kicks Buggy directly in the face, sending both Buggy's face and the bag of treasure flying into the distance and causing the treasure to pretty much open up and spill all over the ground. Gotcha! And then all of Buggy's body parts just fall to the ground because Buggy's been hit hard. That was for the mayor, as Luffy wipes the blood off the side of his head that he got cut by when one of the knives went by earlier. And Nami just looks on.
Thanks for saving me.
No problem. Hey, the treasure map.
My treasure's scattered all over the place.
At last, it's the map of the Grand Line. And then Buggy's head floats up, still with his coat over his shoulders, and goes,
Hey, not so fast, Gum Gum Boy.
Huh? You still alive?
I'll kill you! Come together! Chop chop!
Ah! And then it cuts to Buggy, whose body parts come back to him, but it's really only his hands and feet that come back to him. And he's barely taller than Luffy's knee.
Is this what you're looking for?
Ah! My body!
Because it shows that Nami took her time using rope to tie up all of Buggy's body parts to keep them from flying back to him. So now all that's left for Buggy is his feet, hands, and his head.
Is this what you're looking for?
Ah! My body!
Good job, Master Thief. Leave the rest to me, as he stretches both of his arms back. Goodbye, Buggy. Gum Gum.
Ah! Wait!
Bazooka! And bringing both of his arms forward, he sends Buggy's, disembodied body flying into the distance. And that is the end of chapter 20. Onwards to chapter 21. Townsies! Townies. Yeah. Chapter 21, Townies. Time passes, and then Luffy goes, I win! Now you'll join my crew, right?
For the time being. Looks like I'll make a fortune if I stick with you guys. You have to give Buggy credit. He had an eye for treasure. This is first-class booty.
I'm gonna save my jokes for later. I'm gonna save it for later.
It's easily worth 10 million berries.
Hey, all this treasure weight.
Hey, all this treasure weighs a ton, so I divided it into 2. You carry half, okay?
And then Luffy is looking at his hat. He's looking at his hat that has 3 fresh cut marks in it because of Buggy's knife from earlier.
That hat means a lot to you, huh?
Yeah, it's not so bad, I guess. I could still wear it. Sure felt good to clobber old Buggy. Hey, hear that? Captain Buggy got clobbered.
What should we do?
I think I'll play dead a little longer.
Good idea.
And then Buggy's crew just goes right back to sleep. Hey, Zoro, wake up. Let's get going. Huh? Did you take care of things? Yeah, and I got the map and the treasure. It's no good. I don't think I can walk.
Of course not. If you could, I wouldn't believe either of you guys are human.
Hey, don't lump me with him.
You're even less human than he is.
Oh, yeah, I better wake up the mayor. Hey, you guys. We're the citizens of this town. Did the pirates mutiny or something? Come on. Come on, you. Talk.
The townspeople? That's a relief. Thought you might be more pirates. Well, we'll tell you what happened. But it's a long story.
Hey, it's the mayor! And they notice that the mayor is, like, unconscious. Unconscious right behind him. Mayor, are you hurt? What happened here? It was those lousy pirates! No, it wasn't. I knocked the old man out. And then Luffy's like, with no chill. With no chill whatsoever, he just proudly proclaims, no, it wasn't. I knocked the old man out. And then all the citizens get angry. Huh?
Luffy, they didn't have to know that.
Well, you saw me.
True, but I wasn't going to tell them.
You did this to the mayor? It's intolerable. Who are you, pirates?
They're in an ugly mood. Don't tell them we're pirates and thieves or they'll kill us.
We're pirates. Ah! Ah! Every time this man opens his mouth, he just makes things worse. We're pirates.
Pirates? Get him!
And then Zoro is laughing. This is the first time we see Zoro laughing. This is the first time we see Zoro laughing in the series. Like, outwards laughing.
You idiot!
We are pirates!
Run! They're running after them!
And then it cuts to Luffy, who's dragging Zoro and some treasure, and it cuts to Nami, who's running with her half.
Don't let them get away! They'll pay for attacking the mayor.
Why do you have to complicate things?
These are good people.
So?
They're all worked up because they love their mayor. It wouldn't matter what we told them. And as they continue running, they dart around the corner.
They're going in that alley!
And as the citizens try to chase after them down the alley, Chocho is right there and he's barking in front of them. Ah, yikes!
Chocho!
It's that dog.
Get out of the way, Chocho! Those guys are bad people!
And he's protecting Luffy and Nami and everyone else as they escape.
Chocho, why are you helping them? Chocho, get out of the way!
And then Jojo's all like,
no!
In dog speak. And Luffy's smiling as they get closer to port.
Whew, that was close. Chocho really saved our necks. Why are we in this mess anyway?
It's okay. We did what we needed to do, right?
I guess so.
Hey, is this your ship? It's great!
I've seen better. I stole it from some stupid pirates.
Huh?
Huh?
We've been waiting for you, girly!
You guys!
We knew you'd come back to this ship. We knew you'd come back to the ship. Imagine our surprise, finding our stolen ship docked here. You haven't forgotten about us, have you? Friends of yours?
Not so much.
Now that's not nice. Our fates are intertwined. I see you brought some friends. Then they'll get the same treatment as you. Mind you, these are the 3 dudes that brought Zoro to this place, and they don't recognize Zoro in Luffy's arms, because his head is down. We'll learn you to steal ships. What ails you? Look at me when I'm talking to you. And then as he's patting Zoro on the head, Zoro looks up and glares at him and goes, "Ow." And that same face scares all three of them, and they all jump in the ocean, and they immediately start to swim away. Ah! And they start swimming for their lives. The mayor! He's coming around! Thank goodness. Mayor, what happened? What the? It was like that when we got here. Don't you know what happened? And then Boodle then remembers everything. There were 3 suspicious characters here. The kid and his friends. Then they're still alive? That blasted kid, how could he have done that to an old man like me? We just chased that pirate and his friends out of town, but we'd like to get our hands on him. He was mocking us.
We'll teach those pirates to respect decent citizens.
Let's get those scoundrels.
Shut up! I'm the only one who gets to call them names. Don't any of you dare talk bad about them. But Mayor, why are you sticking up for pirates? That darn kid, does he think he can get away without hearing from me? Where'd they go? Which way? They ran for the docks. And then Boodle takes off his armor and starts running for the docks. Mayor! The nerve of that kid. This is my town. I've got a thing or two to say to him. And then it cuts to the stolen ship that Nami and company are on, starting to get the sails going. All right, let's go.
Hey, your sail has
Buggy's mark on it.
It was his ship. I'll replace it later.
Then it gets to Boodle, who gets to the dock. Hey, kid, wait! I have something to say to you. The mayor. I was a desperate man. Buggy would have killed me. You saved me and my town. And then there's silence from Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. Thank you. I won't forget it. And then it cuts to all 3 pirates smiling as they sail off. You're welcome, Mayor. Take it easy. Words can't express.
What? You left the treasure? That was 500,000 berries I handed you.
Yeah, but their whole town was wrecked. They'll need a lot of money to rebuild it.
That was my treasure you gave away.
Take it easy. If you really want it, let's go back and get it.
It's too late. If you ever do anything like that again, I'll kill you.
As it shows Nami trying to shove Luffy into the ocean. And then Zoro's just laughing. He's just laughing. And then we get narration. And so, Nami the thief joins Luffy's crew, and the 2 ships set out to sea together.
Idiot.
You're laughing.
No, I'm not.
That didn't hurt. And then she apparently hits Luffy, and he goes, that didn't hurt. Little did they know that soon they'll have to face the trial of the forest. And that is the end of chapter 21. Onwards to chapter 22, Strange Creatures. And they're out to sea, and it cuts to Luffy's hat, where he screams, "You fixed it!"
It's a temporary fix. I just sewed up the holes. It'll be fine if you aren't too rough with it.
Thanks. That hat was full of holes, and now you can't even tell. And he starts poking his hat, provoking it. And then he pokes a hole right back into it. It's all, oops.
You don't listen!
Ow! As Nami is pulling on Luffy's eyelid.
You stabbed me with that needle!
Stabs Luffy in the forehead with the needle. She pokes him in the head with the needle.
Ow! You stabbed me with that needle! Well, that's the only way I can hurt you.
Huh, you're right. Cut the racket. I can't sleep. And I'm starving. Hey, share some of your rations with us.
What's wrong with you guys? Don't you know anything about seamanship? You don't even have any food or water. You have to respect the sea.
Hey, I see something.
How have you lunkheads survived this long?
We manage. Hey, it's an island.
Forget it. It looks uninhabited. Hold your course.
And then it shows Luffy ignoring Nami and sailing towards the island.
Ah! Come back!
Maybe there's someone there who'll join our crew.
Maybe
you can find some food, but Nami's right. We're not prepared. We found a deserted island. Looks like there's nothing here but trees.
I told you it was uninhabited. You won't find anyone to join your crew here.
Hey, Zoro, get over here. And then Zoro is just asleep on the ship. He's asleep.
Let him rest. He's still recovering from his injuries.
Good thinking. Okay, let's go.
Go where?
Maybe there are people living deep in the forest.
People? No. Hungry monsters? Maybe.
And then it cuts to them walking past a strange-looking fox creature that also has like a rooster's top and bottom. I don't know what those are called anatomy-wise, but it just walks past them. And it's clucking.
What is that?
Hey, look! It's some kind of weird rabbit.
Yeah, weird is right, but more like a weird snake than a rabbit.
And look at that lion.
Lion? That's some strange breed of pig.
It's like a pig with a lion's mane, and the snake is a furry snake with rabbit ears. There's something odd about this forest. And then a voice is going, "Do not come any further." Huh?
Huh? Who said that? Who are you?
I am the guardian of the forest. The guardian of the forest? That's right. If you value your lives, you'll leave this place now. Are you pirates?
That's right. Why would he ask us that?
So you are pirates. Don't you dare take another step into this forest. If you do, you must face the trial of the forest. Will you risk having your body dismembered? Who cares? Why are you asking me all this stuff?
What's he talking about?
I think something's wrong with him. What did you say, you straw-hatted fool?
Where are you? Show yourself!
I think he's over there. I warn you not to come any closer. Now you must face the trial of the forest. And then Luffy gets shot straight in the back. But the bullet doesn't go through him. It just causes a hole to open up on his shirt. Yeah, it causes a hole to open up on his shirt. Like he gets shot through the back. And then he just repels it back off of him. Huh?
That really scared me. Was that a gun? Wow, even bullets can't hurt you.
No, but they scare me too, so I don't like being shot. What? What are you? What are you? The bullet came from over there.
Look, there's a pistol on the ground.
What's this? What is this? And they walk up to a chest that has like a big bush. That has like a big bush sticking out of the chest. What's this?
It looks real suspicious.
And then the chest gets feet and starts running away.
Hey, it's moving!
And then it trips. Hey, help me up!
It's a person!
Help me up, I said!
He looks like a shrub.
He tripped himself and now he's acting indignant.
And then it cuts to time later as they introduce themselves. The fruit of the gum-gum tree. The devil fruit, eh? I've heard the tales, but this is the first time I've ever met someone who's eaten the fruit. And we get introduced to Gaimon, keeper of the island. And this is the first time I've ever seen a person stuck in a treasure chest. Are you a boxer? Well, when I was younger.
Hey, that's a stupid joke. I'm stuck and I can't get out. I've been alone on this island for 20 years. You can't imagine how miserable I've been.
20 years? You've been all alone?
That's right, 20 years.
You must be stupid.
I'll murder you!
And then Nami's all like,
20 years. It's been a long time. That's why my hair and beard are this long. And I used to have 2 eyebrows. I haven't had a conversation with another person in all that time.
And then Luffy starts pulling on him.
Ouch! What are you doing?
You're stuck.
Cut it out, you'll break my neck. Don't be reckless. I haven't had any exercise for all these years. By now, my body's grown into the shape of this box. I can't get out, and if you break the chest, you'll break me with it.
But how did you get in there in the first place?
You said you were a pirate?
That's right. So far, I only have a crew of 3.
Well, I used to be a pirate too.
Note that the voice I gave him beforehand was supposed to be his spooky voice.
Really? It was great, risking my life in the pursuit of treasure.
It's fun,
huh? You got a treasure map?
It's fun, huh?
You got a treasure map?
Sorry, I was trying to read that out correctly.
It was great risking my life in the pursuit of treasure. It's fun, huh? You got a treasure map?
I've got a map of the Grand Line. I'm going after the One Piece.
What? The One Piece? You're not seriously thinking about entering the Grand Line? So where is this Grand Line?
I don't know. Can you tell me where it is, Mr. Shrub?
I can't read maps.
You can't! And both Luffy and Gaiman are just laughing together.
How can they call themselves pirates? Okay, look. You know where the red line is, right?
Yeah, it's the strip of land that divides the oceans.
That's right. The world has 2 oceans, and there's a strip of land that divides the 2 seas. That's the red line. Now there's a town at the center of the red line. And there's a sea route that cuts through that town and goes around the world. That's the Grand Line. Gold Roger, the king of pirates was the only person who ever managed to rule it. They say it's the most dangerous sea route.
If the One Piece is somewhere along that line, all we have to do is sail around the world.
Don't be so dense. It's not easy. They also called the Grand Line the Pirates' Graveyard, you know? Yes, the Grand Line. I've seen pirates who've managed to make it back from that voyage. They are broken men, almost zombies. You can tell just by looking at them. Whether pirates or monsters, they've seen terrible things. None will speak of it, but the sight of them proves enough. The Grand Line is a place of horror. To find the One Piece and come back alive is almost impossible. It's hard to tell truth from rumor. But it's been 20-odd years since the Great Age of Pirates started, and no one's got that legendary treasure yet. Understand? The search for the One Piece is a fool's dream.
Maybe so, but I think we'll find it.
Give it up. There's plenty of other treasure to be had. Why get ourselves killed?
We'll find it. I'm just very lucky.
Fine. I don't know where your confidence comes from.
Then Gaiman doesn't say anything.
I'll tell you why I haven't left this island.
What, Mr. Shrubman?
Hope. I still have hope.
About what?
20 years ago, I was a pirate when I came to this island. We've heard there was treasure here. We even had a map of it.
It's no use searching this island anymore. All 200 of us have been hunting for 3 weeks, and all we found is one broken, empty treasure chest. All hands back to the ship. Hey, Gaiman, come on, we're leaving.
All right.
Gaiman, 20 years ago.
That cliff. The captain was standing in front of it the whole time. I wonder if anyone actually went up there and looked.
And then it cuts to Gaiman. Who starts climbing up the cliff.
I couldn't believe my eyes. It's up here. I found it. Hey, everybody.
And as Gaiman is holding onto the cliff, he slips and falls all the way back down to the ground into the very same chest that his captain had open. He falls in there, and that's what caused him to get stuck. See, over the course of the years, I thought about how it would feel to fall into that chest and get stuck. Like, I just think, like, your feet fall through it, and then your legs fall into, like the inside of the box, and real painfully, you just fall in. Because he didn't just fall in there cleanly or nothing. His body just fell in there. And he was, like, I'm just thinking, like, having the chest rub up against your leg for you to get stuck, it's like, ow! I don't want to think about it. It's just painful. Like, because if a real person fell into that chest and then their bodies got stuck, oh no, there's going to be some cuts, there's going to be some bruises, there's going to be some pain. But Gaiman gets stuck in the chest.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my eyes. And I fell into this treasure chest and got stuck. When I woke up, they're sailing! My crewmates had already set sail. That means the treasure's all mine. I I can't climb up the cliff like this. I'm stuck. Come back, you guys.
As Gaiman is now faced with the horrible... He's now faced with the horrible truth that that treasure's just sitting up there, but he can't do anything about it because he's stuck and he can't climb up there. And nobody's been here for 20 years?
No. People came. Lots of people. Mostly pirates looking for treasure. But I scared them all off with my trial of the forest bit. All that treasure I saw up on the cliff, I just can't bring myself to part with it. If only I weren't stuck in this chest. All this time I protected that treasure. It's mine. All mine.
You're absolutely right. It's rightfully yours, says Luffy.
Gaiman, I'll go up there and get that treasure for you.
Really? That would be great. I'm glad I told you my story.
But you're a pirate and a thief.
Shut up! I'm a thief, but I'm not heartless.
And then it cuts to them walking to the very same cliff, the very same little hill that Gaiman could never climb up.
Here we are. This is it.
Why didn't you tell anyone else your story, like you told us?
I never trusted anybody. Besides, none of the others ever tried to talk to me. Oh boy, the treasure is so close. Finally, today's the day. Finally, today's the day.
That was a flashback when he says,
oh boy, the treasure is so close. Finally, today's the day.
Luffy, do your stuff.
You want me to do it?
Well, I certainly can't climb that sheer cliff.
I'm counting on you, Straw Hat Boy.
Okay. And then Luffy stretches his arm up to the roof.
Wow! He did it!
And then it cuts to Luffy, who gets up there and he grabs onto the chest. I see them! 5 treasure chests!
Yippee! Throw them down here! But don't drop them on us!
Forget it!
Huh?
Luffy, are you insane? Stop jumping around and throw them down here! Throw them down!
Forget it, I don't want to.
Darn it, Luffy!
It's okay. He doesn't want to do it.
How can you say that? It's your treasure!
Straw Hat Boy, you're a good kid.
What?
I suspect this might be the case. I had my fears, but I just didn't want to believe it. They're empty, aren't they?
What?
Yep, they're all empty.
It happens all the time with treasure maps. You get your hands on a treasure map, but someone's already taken the loot.
But you've been guarding them for 20 years, and they were empty.
And then it cuts to Luffy, who wipes his nose and goes, Don't feel bad, Mr. Shrub. Mr. Shrubhead, you're lucky we showed up. Another 30 years and your whole life would have passed you by.
Kid.
Luffy.
Well, one thing will make up for a disappointment like this. You're going after the One Piece with me.
You want me to join your crew?
Are you sure? You really want it? Are you sure? And then time passes. Are you sure? You really want to stay on this island?
Yes. Nice of you to ask me to join you, but this is my home. There's no treasure, but I can still be the guardian of the forest.
Why?
Did you see the unusual animals that live in the forest?
All those weird snake rabbits and lion pigs?
More people come to this island looking for exotic animals than for treasure. I've grown fond of those critters after all these years. I don't want to abandon them.
You're sort of like an exotic animal yourself.
Watch it, Buster! In a way, I'm relieved that there's no treasure. I can finally stop fretting about it and enjoy this island.
Too bad you won't be coming with us. I kind of like you.
You'll get yourself a great crew. Now go find the One Piece and make the world your oyster.
Thanks, I will. See ya. Wow. I think Gaiman is the first person to fully encourage Luffy to go after the One Piece. Wow, that's cool. I never thought about it. I know of Gaiman. But he's the person that says, like, go out there, get yourself a great crew, and make the world your oyster and go find the One Piece. He's the one person that truly encouraged him to go find the One Piece. Shanks encouraged Luffy to become a pirate, but Gaiman is the one who fully encouraged him to become a pirate, to get like a big crew and everything, but also encouraged him to find the One Piece. Nice. I like Gaiman even more now.
Now go find the One Piece and make the world your oyster.
Thanks, I will. See ya. And Zoro still asleep. Zoro never met Gaiman, did he? He never met Gaiman. Only Luffy and Nami did. And so, Luffy and his friends leave Gaiman on his island and resume their voyage to the Grand Line. That's the end of Chapter 22. Onwards to Chapter 23, The Dread Captain Usopp! Usopp! Oh, I can't wait to get the Thriller bark. And they're sailing.
We're being rash.
Why?
We can't sail the Grand Line like this.
You're right. That shrub man gave us a lot of fruit, but we need meat to keep our strength up.
I'm not talking about food.
She's right. We don't have a drop of grog aboard.
I'm not talking about booze either. We're headed for the Grand Line, the most dangerous sea lane in the world. And don't forget, the most successful pirates alive are after the One Piece too, and their ships are big and sturdy. Ours are little tubs, and we don't even have a crew. If we go on like this, we'll never survive this foolhardy venture.
So, what should we do?
We're going to plan ahead and prepare. There's a village a little south of here. Our first priority is to acquire a proper vessel
and eat meat. And then we cut to a brand new individual.
Ah, a new day. The sun shines bright and cheerful on the sea.
Usopp, village youth. And we cut to a town.
Horrors! We're doomed! The pirates are coming! They're attacking the village! Run for your lives!
What? Pirates? And then people are in their homes going,
Pirates!
Well, that's Usopp's morning commotion. I'd better be off to work.
The pirates are coming!
He's at it again.
Just kidding!
And then someone throws a pot at Usopp's head.
You lying brat! Today I'm gonna teach you a lesson! Oh, here they come! Come back here, liar! Catch me if you can!
Darn, he got away again. That Yahoo's always causing trouble. I'll teach him. And then it cuts to this Usopp hiding in a tree. Once again, they switch up the events between the anime and the manga. They met Gaiman before they went to Syrup Village and met Usopp. Yeah. See, the manga is pretty much the more definitive version of a lot of series, except for like the final arc of Bleach, where the anime is the more definitive version of that story. But when it comes to One Piece, it's like so many things have changed in comparison to what the anime has done. Right, Ozzy? Also good to see you, Ozzy. But Usopp's hiding in a tree. Where'd he go?
I fooled all the villagers again. I did it again today. Just a little jolt of excitement to enliven this boring little village. Yeah, there he is. Hey, it's you guys. Hi, Captain Usopp. Good morning, sir.
Pepper, village boy.
Your pirate crew reporting for duty.
Carrot, village boy.
Pepper, Carrot, just the two of you. Where's Onion? Still sleeping, I guess. Right? Yeah, probably. That boy.
And then it cuts to a little kid running up to him, screaming,
Ah! Horrors! Hey, it's Onion. What's he going on about? We're doomed! The pirates are coming!
Onion, village boy.
It's true! I saw it with my own eyes! A ship flying the skull and crossbones is coming from the north!
And all the rest of them, Pepper, Carrot, and Usopp go,
Liar! It's true! Its sail has the sign of Buggy the Clown! You're not lying! It's true! We're in danger! It's time for my snack! Don't run away! I I have a medical condition. If I don't eat my snack on time, I'll croak. Liar! Captain, don't you want to become a real pirate? A real pirate wouldn't be scared of other pirates. Yeah, and there's only 3 of them. Only 3? Then it's not a big ship? No, just 2 little ones. All right, Usopp's pirate crew, prepare for action. We'll defend our village. Okay, let's go. Follow me. Okay.
And then it cuts to Usopp running, and then it cuts to Luffy and the crew landing on an island. What do you know? There really is an island here.
Of course there is.
Carrot, you already know, and I'll leave it at that. Yes, I do.
Of course there is. It's right here on the map.
And there's a village here?
Yeah, but it looks pretty small.
Hey, Onion, is that them? Are those the pirates?
Yeah, their sail had a skull on it.
They don't look very scary to me.
Yeah.
Ugh, solid ground at last. What? You slept the whole way. So, what do you think is up with those guys? As Zoro just basically points at Usopp and his little band right there in the distance. He instantly notices them. So, what do you think is up with those guys? And he points in the direction of Usopp and his company.
Hey, you guys! Don't run away!
They see us!
And then Zoro, Nami, and Luffy just look up at Usopp.
I am the notorious Captain Usopp, feared pirate and ruler of this village. So you better think twice before you invade. I have 80 million men poised to stop you.
Liar.
Darn, she saw right through me!
See, I knew it.
Darn, I admitted that I lied! She's a master of interrogation!
You're funny.
Hey, are you laughing at me? I'm a proud man, which is why they call me Proud Captain Usopp.
Then we cut to the village restaurant.
Really? You're looking for a crew? Crewmen in a bigger ship?
That's right.
Wow, what a great adventure. Well, you won't find any galleons here in town, but there is a place you can go.
Where?
Says Nami to Usopp as they're eating in this restaurant. I am hungry now. Luffy's eating meat. I want a 4-finger plate from Zaxby's with double fry, barbecue sauce, and honey mustard with a sweet tea, and some buttered toast. I require this. I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Let's get through this because I'm ready to eat.
Well, you won't find any galleons here in town, but there is a place you can go.
Where?
That huge mansion that stands out like a sore thumb. That's where. The owner of the mansion is a young girl, and she's bedridden.
How did she become the owner of a mansion?
More meat, please!
And more grog.
Are you guys listening to my story? About a year ago, both the poor girl's parents got sick and died. They left her with a huge inheritance, a mansion, and a dozen servants. She's rich and lives in luxury, but nobody's more unfortunate than her.
And Nami just listens in. And then Nami goes,
Forget it. We're not gonna find a ship here. Let's go find another town.
Okay, I guess we can spare the time. And I got a belly full of meat. Let's grab some supplies and go. And then Usopp continues.
By the way, you said you were looking for crewmen.
That's right.
I'm your man. I'll be your captain.
No thanks. All 3 of them say it. It's like, I don't think at this point in the story, Usopp does not understand what the whole thing of like, hey, we're looking for crews to join our crew. We're not looking for captains. Because think about it. What pirate crew is looking for captains? What pirate crew is looking for captains? I don't think at this point in the story, Usopp understands that hierarchy.
I'm your man. I'll be your captain.
No thanks.
Don't you want to take it over?
Then we cut to the mansion.
Klahadore?
Yes, Mistress Kaya.
I want to see Usopp.
And that's the end of Ooh. Ooh, I've actually been looking forward to voicing this character. Oh, the characters I get to voice when I do these volumes. Characters I've never done voices for. I can't wait to read them. This probably will be the greatest example of my voice acting chops by going through the entire series of One Piece all the way up to volume 82 and having voices for everyone. I can't wait. I can't wait. Chapter 24, The Lie Rejector. And then it cuts to the 3 kids that ran into the village earlier, and they were hiding behind a building.
Onion, are you sure those pirates went in here? Yeah, I saw them. They took the captain in there.
We gotta save him. But real pirates are savages. They'll eat us.
Dummy, pirates don't eat people. Ogresses do. Now be brave. This will be the greatest battle that Usopp's pirates have ever fought.
And then they slam open the door and go,
Usopp's pirates are here.
and then Luffy and company just looks at these kids, literal kids.
Who are they?
Goes Nami. Huh, beats me.
Hey, where's the captain? Could they have finished with him already?
Hey, you pirates. What'd you do with our captain?
Give him back.
And then Luffy goes, that meat was delicious.
Meat? The captain, he couldn't have.
And then Nami, going along with the joke, goes, if you're looking for your captain,
What? What did you do to him?
he just got gobbled up. Goes Zoro, and he scares the kids. And then the kids go,
Yeah! Ogress!
and Nami goes,
Why are you looking at me?
and then the kids just pass out. And Zoro's laughing.
It's not funny.
Then it cuts to the kids who have regained their composure.
Time to go?
That's what he said. Then he left.
It was probably time for him to go to the mansion.
The mansion where the sick girl lives?
Yeah,
Why would he go there? Says Luffy.
to tell lies.
That's not very nice.
Yes, it is. It's very nice, right? Yeah, it's great.
And then Luffy is confused about why he would want to tell lies. The mansion! And then we come up to the individual, the man himself. You wish to see Usopp? Impossible. Klahadore, the butler.
Why? I just want to talk with him.
Must I explain again? It's not proper for a lady to associate with the biggest liar in this village. He's a bad influence. Kaya, mistress of the mansion.
Phooey.
That's fine. Think of me as you will, but I must protect you. Your body is weak. Usopp's nonsensical stories are too much stimulus for you.
But I like them.
Please understand, your late parents entrusted me with your welfare, and I will watch over you. And Klahadore braces up his glasses with his hands. Normally, you would see people put it up with their fingers, but he decides to do it with the bottom of his palm. And I will watch over you. That's why I hired guards and take all manner of precautions. And Kaya doesn't say anything. And then Klahadore continues to prop up his glasses with like the bases of his hands. All for your best interest.
Yes. I know.
I'm glad you understand. I'll leave your medicine here. See that you take it. And then he walks out and slams the door.
Okay.
And then time passes. And then she hears like a tink tink at her door. And it's Usopp at her door.
Usopp!
You're looking as unhealthy as ever, madam.
I'm sorry I can't welcome you as a proper guest. Klahadore won't allow it. He's not really a bad person, though.
I don't care. I like being out here anyway. I wouldn't feel comfortable in your fancy old mansion. After all, I'm a brave and gallant pirate.
Well, what's today's adventure?
Today, I'm gonna tell you something that happened when I was 5 years old. I found a giant goldfish that lived in the South Seas. Yeah, and you should have seen the size of its poop. It was so big I thought it was an island, and moored my ship to it.
And then Kaya's laughing with Usopp at these stories. Hey, he is a nice guy.
He makes up stories to cheer her up? And he's been doing it for the past year?
That's right.
That's what I like about the captain. He's a meddler.
I like the captain because he's so bossy. I like the captain because he's so boastful.
He sure got a lot of good qualities. Then the girl's spirits must not be too low.
That's right, thanks to the captain.
Well, that settles it. Let's go ask her to give us a ship.
But we already decided against that idea.
Then it cuts to Luffy and company, going to Kaya's mansion. Hey, you! Give us a ship! He's just outside of the house. He's just outside of the house. Oh, this boy. Oh, he makes me tired. He's just standing at the front gates like, hey, you! Give us a ship! Does he expect a person to be at the window going, okay, here? It's not that simple. Oh, good Lord. I'm so glad I'm reading through these chapters for the first time. Okay, let's get in. Let's go in.
Ever heard of knocking?
As the young pirates are seeing Luffy just climb over the fence.
Ever heard of knocking?
There's no stopping him now.
I guess we'll have to go with him. What? Intruders? Where are the guards?
They're on their lunch break.
And then it cuts to Kaya, who's laughing with Usopp at his stories.
What did you do with the goldfish?
I chopped it up and took it to a land of little people. They're still eating it to this day.
He jumped over the gate. He still didn't go through the bars. Like we talked about last time, Kohagen. Luffy has power, but he doesn't have a lot of power. He doesn't have a lot of smarts. So him passing through the bars of a place, I don't even think Luffy has ever tried to do that at any point in the series. I don't think it's ever dawned on him. So of course he's not going to do that, because he probably never tried.
I chopped it up and took it to a land of little people. They're still eating it to this day. After such a glorious feast, the people called out to me,
Captain!
That's right, they called me. Huh? What are you guys doing here?
We brought these guys with us.
Who are you?
Goes Kaya. You must be the mistress of this place.
Oh, they heard of my reputation from afar and came to seek me out. They're the newest members of my crew.
Yeah. Hey, that's not right, goes Luffy.
A favor? To ask of me?
Yeah, we want a big sturdy ship. What is the meaning of this? You realize you're trespassing. Klahadore has appeared.
The butler.
Klahadore.
What's his problem?
You see, these people there...
Save your excuses for later. You must all go. Immediately. Or do you have some business here? I want a big sturdy ship, goes Luffy, just nonchalantly. I can't help you. And then it shows Zoro popping Luffy in the back of his head. And then Klahadore looks over and he sees Usopp. You're Usopp, aren't you? Your reputation precedes you. You're the talk of the village.
Thanks. Call me Captain Usopp if you please. But really, there's no need for flattery.
The guards. They've reported seeing you lurking around the estate. Do you have any business being here? As Klahadore props up his glasses again.
Well, yes, I do. I saw a legendary mole enter this estate. I'm trying to capture him.
You've a gift for deceit.
What?
I've also heard stories of your father. You're the son of a filthy pirate. I wouldn't put anything past you. Sorry, I gotta read that whole line again. You guys deserve excellence. I've also heard stories of your father. You're the son of a filthy pirate. I wouldn't put anything past you. Stay away from Mistress Kaya, as he props up his glasses again. Wow, his father's a pirate?
A filthy pirate?
You and Mistress Kaya are from completely different worlds. Is it money you're after? How much do you want? And then apparently this insults Kaya. She goes,
You've gone too far, Klahadore. You owe Usopp an apology.
Mistress Kaya, why should I apologize to this trash? I'm only speaking the truth. But I do feel sorry for you. Your treasure-crazed idiot father did abandon you.
Klahadore!
Stop bad-mouthing my father!
What are you getting so worked up about? Why not fabricate some of your outrageous lies about your father? Why not just fabricate some of your outrageous lies about your father? Just say he's really a merchant, or that he's not your real father, or perhaps. And then it cuts to Usopp, who punches Klahadore directly in the face.
Shut up!
Surprising Kaya. Luffy's watching on, and his little kid pirate crew is watching.
Captain!
See how he is? His first instinct is violence. He's an animal, like his father.
Shut up! I'm proud that my father is a pirate. I'm proud that he's a brave warrior of the sea! You're right, I do make up stories, but there's one thing I'll never lie about. I'll never lie about my pirate heritage. I'm the son of a pirate!
Hey, wait a minute. Now I remember. And that is the end of chapter 24. Onwards to chapter 25. We're making some good time right now. Oh, and we also have The Path to Becoming a Manga Character Part 2. Regarding the drawings on page 136, this was the second draft of sketches I drew of Buggy's pirate crew. At this point, I didn't make any changes to Buggy's appearance, so he's not included on this page. Why is Zoro there? In the early versions of the story, Zoro was a bodyguard on Buggy's ship before he joined Luffy. After a lot of thought, I decided not to do it that way. Hachi the Messenger. Hachi the Messenger is a carrier pigeon. He relays messages between Buggy and his crew. He is an oppo bird, and his natural habitat appears to be the Grand Line. Moji design ideas. I found these sketches in my book of doodles, so I've included them here. They look pretty cool. And it has Moji appearing as if he's, like, more panda-like in appearance than, like an actual lion tamer. Chapter 25, Lies.
Captain!
A pirate, a brave warrior of the sea. That's a deceitful way to twist the truth. Nonetheless, your behavior is indisputable proof of your ruffian heritage. Lie all you want, but faced with difficulty, your first recourse is violence. And I know you are only kind to Miss Kaya because you're after her.
What? I'm onto your scheme, you
I'm onto your scheme, you scalawag. You're trash, like your pirate father. And then it cuts to Usopp, who's just fed up, and he grabs Klahadore by the throat.
That's enough!
Stop, Usopp, please, no more violence. And then Usopp lets his fist down due to Kaya's protests. Klahadore's not a bad person. He takes care of me. He only wants what's best for me. He just went too far. And then it cuts to Klahadore slapping away his Usopp's hand. That is okay. In appearance, that's a small gesture, but slapping someone's hand away after they don't grab hold to you is by far one of the most disrespectful displays of disgust. It really is. It may seem small, but like getting your hand slapped away, there's nicer ways to do that. But when you get your hand slapped away, it just makes you think, oh no, this person's foul. You don't slap away people's hands if you truly have good intentions. You don't ever slap people's hands away. You see, he just slaps it away. Leave the grounds. This is no place for a ruffian like you. Never come near this estate again.
Fine, have it your way. I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back.
Captain!
Usopp?
Stupid smelly butler! The captain's a great guy! Yeah, fool! Dumbbell!
Knucklehead! You too, Luffy, as Zoro knocks him in the back of the head because Luffy's joining in on the name calling. And then Klahadore stares. Yo, Ravi, good to see you. We are on chapter 25 of volume 3. We have been introduced to Klahadore, and I'm enjoying voicing him. I'm enjoying voicing him. But Klahadore gets angry and he props up his glasses again. Ah! Come on and fight. Easy, Luffy. Get off this property at once. Then it cuts to time later, as Kaya just has her face buried in her pillow sitting up, and she's coughing still, like she's still coughing. Time for your lunch, Miss Kaya. Chat is not up? Wait, it should be.
I'm just now noticing that chat has not been up on the side, even though I just prepared it so that it could be. Hold on. See, this is the reason why I don't mind doing these live. How did I not notice that chat was not on the side of my window this whole time? My apologies. You guys have been talking this whole time? All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Never mind the chat. We didn't even pay attention to it. Oh, so you guys were just invested. By the way, why do you say we're entertained nonetheless? Well, thank you, Ozzy. Well, if I forget it sometimes, like I want to be consistent. So if I have chat up in one video, I want it to be consistent with the rest. Just in case people may comment on stuff that you guys may say in chat, just in case. So I want to be consistent and make sure. Apologies once again. But it cuts to Kaya. By the way, why do you say pay attention? That's a good question. Why do we say pay attention? Is this attention expensive? That is a good question. Why do we say pay attention? Why do we say that? Why do we say half the stuff that we say that really doesn't make sense in a literal sense? Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it because we're almost done. Let's continue. Time for your lunch, Miss Kaya.
I don't want it. I'm not hungry. It's not going to taste good.
You'll upset the cook if you say such things. He works hard to create healthful, healing foods for you, Miss Kaya.
Must you make me feel guilty? I feel bad enough about going behind your back. I talked to Usopp against your wishes, but you didn't have to drive him away like a dog.
May I sit?
Yes.
3 years ago, I came to this estate. I'll never forget that day. Before that, I had worked aboard a ship. I made one small mistake and they marooned me here. I was forsaken and alone. Finally, I wandered into this village. I was penniless, homeless, and helpless. I would surely have ended up dead in a ditch. Then your father took pity on me. I owe my life to your late parents. And you are the daughter of my benefactors. I realize I went too far. I've no right to interfere with your choice of friends. But that Usopp, he has a very bad reputation. However, he may try to whitewash it. If he should ever lay a hand on you, I'll have failed you and your father. But just now, I know I went too far. No doubt you hate me.
I don't hate you. I am grateful to you. But it was still wrong. Usopp is a very good person.
Indeed.
Klahadore, you just don't understand.
You're right. I don't understand. And then it cuts to... another part of the village where Nami, Zoro, Carrot, and Onion are chilling. Well, not Carrot and Pepper are chilling.
I wonder where Luffy went.
Who knows? Maybe he went after the captain.
We know where the captain went.
Yeah, to the beach. Whenever something happens, that's where he goes. Wanna see?
No thanks.
Hey, aren't you missing someone?
Yeah, Onion. He always disappears. Then he comes running back screaming.
Ah! It's horrible! A backwards man!
Onion?
It's horrible! A backwards man! There's a strange man headed this way walking backwards!
Liar.
It's true! Look!
And they look in the distance, and there's a man in the distance, moonwalking towards them. I remember when I saw the introduction of this guy in the 4Kids dub of One Piece, and in the 4Kids dub of One Piece, they don't have any original music from the entire series. They just have 4Kids music playing on constantly. Like, there's music is always playing in the One Piece 4Kids dub. But when this person was introduced, I distinctly remember the music going ring ding 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 ding. And that's the theme that this individual always had all the time. And this person moonwalks towards them.
Hey, who just called me strange? I'm not strange.
Django, the hypnotist.
You're a little strange. Don't be silly, I'm just your typical traveling hypnotist.
Wow, a hypnotist. Show us a trick. Yeah, show us.
What? Don't be silly, I don't even know you. Why should I perform for someone I only just met? Oh well. I will. Look at the ring.
Then you are gonna perform.
When I say 1, 2, Django, you'll fall sound asleep. Ready? 1, 2.
And as he's doing this, he's standing on the tips of his feet like Michael Jackson. Because Django looks just like Michael Jackson. Swept hair, has the hair and everything. You remember that part in 4Kids when Django was introduced, they were playing the harpsichord? Yes, you remember! You remember that? I remember it was so bad, but yet it lives in my brain rent-free. Good Lord. But I remember this dude because he was one of my favorite characters simply because he was moonwalking and he was patterned after Michael Jackson. He's got the gloves, he's got the lips, he's got the long, thin, swept over hair and the hat, and he's holding his hat while he's moonwalking the whole time. And he's standing on the tips of his toes like Michael Jackson would do during one of his dance numbers as he goes,
1, 2, Django!
And not only does the 3 kids get knocked out, but Django hypnotizes himself to sleep as well. Now that's strange. And then it cuts to Usopp sitting looking out at the sea. And then Luffy just hangs right in front of him. Hey, here you are!
Ah! Don't sneak up like that.
And Luffy is just literally hanging upside down on the tree. Like the tops of his feet is what's keeping him hanging on. He doesn't even have his legs wrapped around the tree branch like a normal person would do. He's hanging from the tops of the tree, like from the tops of his feet. He should have the Speedos over the pants. Was that something that Michael Jackson did? Put a Speedo on over pants? Only thing he was missing was Michael Jackson's voice. I feel like they didn't want to go that far. I feel like they really didn't want to go that far with Django. Hey, here you are!
Ah! Don't sneak up like that.
He did. I did not know this. I did not know this. Okay.
Yasopp, he's your father, right? Huh? How do you know my father's name?
I met him when I was a kid.
What? Really? You met my father?
Yep. And you look just like him. I thought you looked familiar when I saw you. I just figured out why.
Do you know where my father is now?
Nope. But I'm sure he's still with Captain Red-Haired Shanks. Yasopp is a crewmate on my favorite pirate ship.
Huh? Really?
So he's with Captain Shanks. Red Hair Shanks, huh?
In 90s, he had a concert in Romania. Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
He's with Shanks? You've heard of Shanks? Of course I have. He's a great pirate. My father's with a famous pirate crew.
Speaking of great, I recall Yasopp was a great shot. I never saw him miss.
Then it cuts back in time when Yasopp shoots an apple from a distance with a flintlock.
Wow, you're amazing.
Wow, this is the first time I see Luffy wearing a... Or they really should be glad that Oda didn't have him grab his crotch. Good Lord, censoring that. Look. The censorship in One Piece 4Kids dub is insane. Really insane. But this was the first, I think, other than the usual shirt we see Luffy have as a kid, this is another time where he was wearing a plaid shirt. An actual plaid shirt as a kid. Interesting.
Wow, you're amazing.
That's nothing. I can shoot the whiskers off an ant at 50 paces.
And then it cuts to Yasopp, who's just drinking himself silly, going,
You know, Luffy, I got a son. He'd be just about your age.
Not again. You told me this 1,000 times.
And you're gonna hear about it 1,000 times more. As Yasop presses his beer mug into Luffy's forehead. It's a hard thing to be parted from my son, but I had no choice. That pirate flag kept calling me. And then it cuts back to the present day. Yasop was a great pirate.
A great pirate,
Usopp says to himself.
Yes, sir. He sailed off into the boundless sea. My father's out there risking life and limb, and I'm proud of him. That butler said some obnoxious things about him. He'll ruin my father's good name.
Yeah, I don't like that guy either. So, you're never going back to Kaya's?
I don't know. If that butler begs me to come back, then maybe I'll go see her. If that butler begs me to come back, then maybe I'll go see her.
Sorry, some certain words are boldened, so I have to enunciate those words. You mean that butler?
Yeah, that butler. Hey, what's that butler doing here?
Django, I instructed you to keep a low profile. 'Cause it's Quahador! Speaking to Django! Django, I instructed you to keep a low profile. What were you doing sleeping in the middle of the village?
Don't be silly, I'm not standing out. It's not strange at all.
There's someone with him. Weird guy.
I've never seen him before.
Have you prepared everything necessary to carry out the plan?
Of course I have. Operation Murder Miss Kaya is ready to go at any time. Murder? Miss Kaya?
And that is the end of chapter 25. Onwards to chapter 26. Captain Kuro's plan. Django, don't say murder. It sounds so sinister.
Oh, yeah, accident. It's going to be an accident. Right, Captain Kuro?
Quiet, fool. I discarded that name 3 years ago. Don't ever call me that. You're the captain now. And both Usopp and Luffy are watching this conversation from up top.
Hey, what are they talking about? That's what I'd like to know. Wait a minute. I heard of Captain Kuro before. He was famous for his carefully planned pillaging raids. But rumor was that 3 years ago he got caught by the Navy and executed. To tell you the truth, I wasn't too sure about this plan.
Oh, no?
It was crazy. All of a sudden, you quit pirating. You taught all us to work without you. And we helped spread the rumor that you've been executed. You came to this village, now we're here. Now we're back 3 years later, just like you ordered. You've never steered us wrong before, so I've obeyed your orders. But my share of the spoils had better be worth it.
Yes, if my plan succeeds, you'll get what you deserve.
If it's murder, then I'm your man.
Remember, you can't just slit Miss Kaya's throat or anything that crude. Her death must appear to have been an unfortunate accident. Don't forget it. It appears you still don't fully grasp my plan.
Don't be silly, I understand perfectly. We wait for your signal, then we attack the village. We accident the girl to death, and you inherit her fortune.
Fool, use your brain. How am I going to inherit her fortune?
You just have to serve her.
Listen, idiot. This is the crucial part of the plan. Before you kill her, you hypnotize her, and you make her write a will that states she leaves her entire fortune to her faithful butler, Klahadore. And this gets Usopp's attention. That's how I will inherit her vast fortune. Very naturally. I've spent the last 3 years earning the trust of everyone around her. No one would question it if she left everything to me. I've earned it.
So that's why you worked as a butler for 3 years. Wouldn't it have been easier just to bust in and take it all at gunpoint?
That's the crude thinking of a pirate. You get the money, but you have to live like a fugitive. What good are riches if you've always got the Navy chasing you? I've gone legitimate. I'm a pacifist now.
I guess there's all kinds of pacifists. And after you went and slaughtered the girl's whole family.
I never slaughtered anyone. Kaya's parents' death. Well, that wasn't part of my plan.
Sure, whatever you say. Just hurry up and give us the signal. We've been anchored offshore for a week now. Those cutthroats are ready to cut each other's throats by now.
And both Usopp and Luffy are just still watching on.
How horrible! I really just heard something horrible!
What did they say? It sounded kind of mean.
Weren't you listening? It's horrible, they're serious! He was after Kaya's family fortune this whole time! For 3 years he's been plotting to get it all! That butler is Captain Kuro! He's still alive! I picked the wrong guy to punch out! He's gonna kill me! They're gonna attack the village and kill Kaya! This is horrible! Really horrible!
And then Luffy stands up with Usopp going,
Don't stand up. They'll see you.
"Hey! You guys! Don't kill Kaya!" This boy. This boy. Oh, this boy. This boy just stands up.
Who's that?
And then Usopp is all like, "Ah!" And Django and Kuro, not Klahadore, but Captain Kuro, sees them.
You idiot! Now they've seen us! We gotta run away and hide! They'll murder us!
Well, well, if it isn't Usopp.
Ah! Now they've seen me too!
Hear anything interesting?
No, I mean, I just got here, so I couldn't have.
We heard everything. Usopp just loses it to the fact that Luffy has no chill whatsoever.
So, they heard us. Alright then, you guys. Look at this ring.
What's that?
Oh no, it's a weapon! He's gonna kill us!
When I say 1, 2, Django, you'll fall into a deep sleep. 1, 2...
Take cover! He's gonna get us!
And Usopp dives behind Luffy out of the view of the hypnotizing ring of Django.
Django!
And Luffy falls to sleep. And then Django starts to fall back asleep as Kuro goes, "Blast it, Django, I thought you had this perfected." And Luffy falls off the cliff.
Huh? What are you doing? You're gonna fall!
And then Luffy falls headfirst into the ground.
Hey, you okay?
Didn't mean to kill him. He fell right on his head. From that height, he's dead for sure.
It can't be. He killed him! Killed him!
What should we do with the other one? Kill him too?
That won't be necessary. No one will believe anything that buffoon says.
And Usopp, hearing this, as Kuro walks off going, Usopp hears this and go like, "Oh no." And Kuro goes,
Django, tomorrow at dawn, attack the village. Create a distraction, rough up some villagers, and kill Miss Kaya.
Tomorrow?
It's as I said, Usopp. It's as I said, Usopp. No one will believe what you say, so you can't stop me.
Curses! Curses! Ah!
You sure it's okay?
Of course, my plan can't fail.
Pirates! Pirates! It's horrible! They'll all be killed! Everyone in the village I grew up in! They'll kill Kaya! Everyone I love! I love this village!
and it cuts to a flashback when Usopp first meets Kaya.
Who are you? I'm Usopp, brave warrior of the sea. I heard you weren't feeling too well. I'm here to tell you some stories to cheer you up.
It's none of your business. Please leave, or I'll have someone show you out.
And then it cuts to Usopp running in the present, and he's still flashing back to when he met Kaya.
I won't hurt you. I'm just a busybody.
Whoa. Who was... whoa. And it's Usopp. Whoa. What was that?
Captain!
I thought Luffy would be with him.
Is he still upset about what the butler said about his father?
Zoro and Nami, respectively. Who knows?
No, did you see his face? Something must have happened at the beach. He was pale as a sheet.
Hey, and then Zoro realizes. Hey, how do I get to the beach?
I smell trouble. That hypnotist was headed that way too. It's time for Usopp's pirates to take action.
Yeah, sure, but show me the way to the beach.
It's horrible! Everyone listen up! Pirates are gonna attack us! Tomorrow morning, pirates are gonna attack this village! Head for the hills! That lying brat is at it again.
That's twice today.
Forget it. Just ignore his fool tales.
Again? During lunch? He's really overdoing it lately.
That's enough, Usopp! That's enough for today. No more!
No, this time it's for real!
That's what you always say. Maybe it's time to teach you a lesson.
I'm always joking around, but this time it's true. You have to believe me.
If you are serious and responsible like Mr. Clawdor, we believe you.
And then Usopp remembers. It doesn't matter what you know. You can't interfere with my plans.
Blast it! You've gotta believe me! We have to escape! Everyone's really gonna be killed!
Then it cuts to a distance on the outskirts of this island, and we cut to a pirate ship with a cat Jolly Roger on it. Thank you, my sea wolves, for coming. It's been 3 long years. If this plan succeeds, you'll all get more than your fair share. Tomorrow at dawn, destroy the village. Hooray! And it cuts to a whole bunch of crew members that have like a bunch of cat ears all over the cat ears, and they have like darkened makeup around their eyes. 3 cheers for Captain Kudo! Then it cuts to Clawdor. Then it cuts to Kaya asking for where Clawdor is.
Have you seen Clawdor? He said he'd had business in town. I see.
And it cuts to Luffy, who's on the beach, but he is not dead. He is fast asleep. Given his rubber body, him falling on his head and smashing his head open is completely improbable because of the unique properties of his body. To be continued in One Piece Volume 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now done with Volume 3 of One Piece. I almost said Volume 4, but we're not on that yet. We are now done with Volume 3 of One Piece. It was a fantastic read. I enjoyed going through it for all of you. It's time for me to eat now, and I will see you all in my next reading. It's just something about reading these chapters from the very beginning, least of all, reading them live for all of you, that just makes this story of One Piece feel even greater to me now. Because I feel like after all this time, and I'm saying this only 3 volumes in, reading the beginning, and I haven't even gotten down into where the real stuff, real major stuff happens. But I feel like over the course of these years, I've done the series a disservice by not reading the original chapters. And mind you, when I was working my earlier job, I didn't have the opportunity or even the thought process of trying to make this a thing, me doing One Piece, because I simply just didn't have time. Now that I'm embracing what I do for a living as a full-time job, and I thank you for this opportunity, I feel even more appreciative for what One Piece has done for this channel. A lot of you are here because I've done One Piece, and I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to read this story from the beginning. Like, I owe this series that much to read it from the beginning live and have it up on this channel, just so I can say, like, I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to the series I read. Like, I don't like to read stuff halfway and have it up here unfinished. It would feel unfinished. So it feels good to read this series from the very beginning and experience all these moments. Because a lot of people says like, oh, I cried when this happened. I cried when that happened, but I never had that because I never took the opportunity to read these chapters. Now I can say I'm fully invested in One Piece once I fully catch up from the chapters that I never read before. Then and only then can I truly call myself a genuine, full-fledged One Piece fan. Only then. So until then, I'm just going to be reading these volumes for every single one of you every day except Sundays until we fully catch up. It'll take me about a month or two. I want to say about a couple months, maybe 2.5 months to get through this, especially if I'm skipping Sundays. But I will see it through to the end, and I will not stop until I do so. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to live out my dream as I entertain you. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. You gotta love it when your stream deck doesn't make the stream transition over when it's supposed to.